Why is everyone obsessed with Wednesday Addams? Netflix's Wednesday became a pop culture phenomenon. Not only does she have cool fits, sick moves, and a badass attitude, she's also not like the other girls.
Some girls only eat like salads and I'll eat everything in this place. I could eat everything. Mostly just playing Fortnite, you know, with the boys.
I'm so ugly.
No, you're not. You look fun.
Stop. I'm literally not wearing any makeup. I literally just woke up like this.
Does this ring a bell? Social media is obsessed with Wednesday. We got TikTok trends revolved around her. Even celebrities are reenacting the Wednesday Addams dance, from Kim K, Lady Gaga to Amelia from Chicken Shop Date. Everyone wants to be Wednesday Addams. Let me just say one thing first. I've long been a fan of the 1990s Addams Family movies and always adored Wednesday Addams as a character. But it didn't hit me until the recent Netflix series how so many people just love this character, which made me wonder, do we like Wednesday Addams a lot because we can relate to her, or because we aspire to be her, or because she's not like the other girls? First, a little background on the Addams Family and the new Netflix series. The Addams Family is a fictional family created by American cartoonist Charles Addams. Prior to debuting on TV in 1960s, they actually appeared in a series of comic panels for The New Yorker from 1938. Though there have been many versions of animations and TV adaptations of the cartoon,
are you going to tell me what I want to know?
most Gen Z and millennials are familiar with the 1990s version.
Wednesday Addams.
The movie was a huge success, both commercially and critically, and truly defined Christina Ricci's role of Wednesday Addams as the Wednesday Addams.
What are you, darling? Where's your costume? This is my costume. I'm a homicidal maniac. They look just like everyone else.
Fast forward to 2022, the Netflix series was also a major hit, dethroning Stranger Things with 341 million hours of views in just 1 week. It has a diverse cast. Tim Burton even directed 4 of the episodes, and most importantly, like the iconic 1990s Wednesday,
Why are you dressed like somebody died? Wait.
this one does not follow a titular heroine trope.
Wednesday's child is full of woe.
Even in the age where femininity is no longer defined by pink nor adorned with glitter and feathers, the girl who doesn't smile or blink and wears black stands out. Wednesday Addams stands out as a character because she's not like the other girls.
I act as if I don't care if people dislike me. I actually enjoy it.
Unlike the classic pick-me, such as Katie in Mean Girls, who is not like the other girls in that she loves math, doesn't care about fashion, a little quirky, a little awkward, and doesn't try to be pretty but just is.
They're super into makeup. I'm a nerd.
Not in a good way.
Wednesday Addams takes a different spin on being different. Morbidity and sarcasm have characterized Wednesday so much to become more of a motif, or more so, an aesthetic. Do note, I do not want to label Wednesday Addams as a pick-me girl. She's not like the other girls, but she's not purposely trying to be different. And she does not give off the sense that she is superior by being different. After all, the Nevermore Academy is full of kids who are different, in a sense that Wednesday almost seems a little normal in the series, and that her obsession with morbidity is not as prominent as in the original movies.
Oh, Wednesday's at that very special age when a girl has only one thing on her mind. Boys.
Homicide.
The fundamental motivation of pick-me behavior is attention-driven. Although Wednesday definitely draws attention, both within the story and outside of the screen, her demeanors originate from her genuine self, like her genuine interest in murder cases and having a pet scorpion. In a day and age where our lives are so accessible for everyone else to judge, almost as if living knowing that we are being watched, it is so hard to be fully in the mentality of living for yourself. Free from the male gaze, free from likes and followings, free from worrying about validations. Wednesday does not give a flying tombstone about whether or not her interest or her attitude will make others dislike her in a normal school or in the Nevermore Academy, which is honestly just impossible to do in today's society unless if you can't 100% self-sustain with no human interactions. Which is why her character serves as the perfect escapism to the restraints we have in our reality, such as fitting into a social group or making sure your boss likes you to keep a job to pay bills. But more tangible to our reality, Wednesday serves as a reminder that girls and guys don't need to feel the need to justify their choices and interests. Period. Not listening to Taylor Swift because you're afraid of being called basic, not wearing a puffy pink dress because you're afraid of being called too girly. It's just time wasted, not living your full potential, whether or not you aspire to be like Wednesday Addams.
Do you want a matching black eye? It's amateurs like you who give kidnapping a bad name.
The top reason for me to be drawn to Wednesday Addams, since Christina Ricci's version, is that I love strong female characters. She's intelligent, forbidding, sadistic, solemn, and something of a psychopath. And I think Jenna Ortega did a fantastic job in bringing that alive in the modern Wednesday Addams, even though she's been facing some recent backlash for filming while having COVID. Resonating the grind culture, which is a topic for another time. But she's done an amazing job crafting a new Wednesday Addams dedicated to not blinking in the role and successfully built a Wednesday that everyone is obsessed with. The way that Wednesday's attitude toward other women's interests, mannerism, lifestyle choices, and hobbies aren't inauthentic or rooted in misogyny is a breath of fresh air. And more importantly, her confidence is magnetic. One of my favorite scenes from the show, like everyone else, is the dance scene. My lord. There is not a slight sense of embarrassment from Jenna Ortega's eyes. As a viewer, your eyes just cannot leave her. Not only did she make those unconventional moves not awkward, she made them cool, which furthers my belief. If you do anything with confidence, you will make it cool. I think anyone who have gone through puberty can relate to the feeling of shame when differing from the quote-unquote norm, or what you perceive as a norm. There is a deeply rooted shame in many cultural aspects of being different. For instance, me stopping to bring Asian food for lunch during middle school because I was scared of being different. Because I've been called out before by bringing weird food that just made me feel ashamed of it, which made me feel insecure and unable to own up that part of me for a long time. Throughout various adaptations of the Addams family, Wednesday never felt apologetic about how different she is from everyone else.
May I have the salt?
What do we say?
Now.
Instead of feeling shame in her differences, she remains indifferent and herself, which is very powerful, especially for a young female demographic who may be lacking that form of confidence in one way or another. Because as girls, we are raised to be pleasant. And as a generation, we are being raised to be normal. Funny enough, the quote-unquote normies seem to be the undesirable crowd in the series and earlier versions.
India. Enough said.
And this ties deeper into the topic of marginalization and relatability. Although the plot is not extremely sophisticated, where it is leaning a lot into a teenage drama instead of the grotesque art of the original TV show and the 1990s movies.
Is that for your brother? I don't think so.
The new Wednesday Addams did try to marinate the topic of discrimination and marginalization into character development. Not only is there a normies versus outcast theme going on, the casting of Jenna Ortega, a Latina actress, into the role was an applauded decision. And the students at Nevermore Academy are representative of different marginalized groups as well. The new plot of Jericho's founder, alluding to the colonization and invasion of the Native Americans, and potentially relating to the autistic community, as Tim Burton, who is autistic, said after reading the script that he can relate to how Wednesday felt by being forced to socialize.
Yeah, they never tell us anything interesting, like how many heads they chopped off in the French Revolution.
Historically, the Addams family always used dark humor to mock the suburban mass consumerism appeal by juxtaposing the Addams family norm against the pop culture norm, such as children being cheerful and doing normal children activities.
The other afternoon, I saw Pugsley playing with a bat.
A bat? Oh, well, that's more like our boy.
A baseball bat. It's a game played outdoors in the sun.
The Netflix series also kept it similar to that by making Wednesday minimally reliant on technology, where she didn't even have a phone for basically all of season 1. But comparatively to the earlier adaptations,
I'm going to electrocute him.
But we're late for the charity auction.
But Mother,
I said no.
please?
Oh, all right.
the newest Wednesday Addams is the closest to the quote-unquote normies, despite the strong theme of outcasts and alienation. Perhaps because Nevermore Academy is so full of outcasts that Wednesday seems to blend in more, which isn't necessarily a downgrade from the originals, just a stylistic choice. As I said before, fundamentally, we are all pick-me girls and guys. As humans and as social animals, we instinctively crave the validation from other people. We want to be picked. We all want to be accepted, and there's nothing wrong with wanting acceptance. So, despite the strong theme of alienation and how being aloof is a prominent trait built into Wednesday, the Netflix version of Wednesday more so follows her learning the value of teamwork, tolerance, and human connection. A little cliche, but portrays a healthier attitude toward interpersonal relationships and codependency. Because, don't hate me for this, but the series is more so a mainstream TV show, as opposed to a grotesquely positioned art like the originals. And because of that, Wednesday Addams gained more relatability through becoming more quote-unquote normal. Fun fact, Christina Ricci, the 1990s Wednesday Addams, played an aggressively normal character on screen in the series as Mrs. Thornhill, and also crossed over to the normies.
Good evening, girls. I'm Miss Thornhill. I trust Enid has given you the old Nevermore welcome.
The way the two Wednesdays had a head-to-head battle at the end is almost symbolic of a new versus old Wednesday. Wednesday Addams is like a phase in life we experience. Relatably feeling outcasted, not understood, alienated, but aspirationally still holds a strong sense of self by not blinking twice or even once at anyone else's opinions. As with the transformations of the various versions of Wednesday Addams, we are also constantly growing and redefining our own norms.